is Luno, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to be doing the Dream Address tour of Cape Oak. I completed Cape Oak back in, I think it was the last week of February, and I time traveled forward so I wouldn't have to deal with snow on my new island. So it's been a little while, it's been a hot minute, but here is the completed map. My villager roster is Marshall, Olivia, Daisy, Shino, Bo, Goldie, Pearl, Marlo, Maple, and Raymond. My island flag I made myself, but it does not appear that I published it, so I'm so sorry. I don't think it is available for download. I could try to recreate it and post it for download on my new island if it's something that you are interested in. And we are going to start the tour at the airport. So starting from the airport, we have a little welcome area where you can put down your bags. There's a little transportation stop over here. This is what I interpreted as like overflow seating for the airport. You know, you come in, you get your bags. If there's too many people inside, you can just wait out here at the bench, and there's books to read and there's nice scenery to look at. And this path leads in multiple directions. As you can see, I have a little island right here, and we actually have a little skeleton there who is an ode to my original island, Starview. On my first rendition of Starview, I had that like anatomical model skeleton probably where this street lamp is, at the very front of my entrance, so I thought it would be funny if we did a little ode to that and put the little creepy skeleton there, so that's why he's there. Nothing spooky happened or anything. We're gonna go this way to start off with, and I will show you the walk up to the store. Well, the walk to the plaza is really close, it's right here, but if we go this way, we can come up into the market area. There's a nice little spot to sit here, and you can get a nice like diagonal shot with some of the market and some of Nook's Cranny in it. And I really like that picture taking position. And if we come over here, there's a vendor selling fish, there's a vendor selling glasswares, and there's a vendor selling plants, and they all have little coins to sort of represent that people are buying these things. And there's a cute little seat here. And if you wanted to, you could come up here for a view of the museum, which Marlo is hanging out in right now, surprisingly. The museum build was one of the first videos I posted, but with all of the surrounding areas filled in, it looks a lot more finished, and it looks a lot more cemented into the landscape, and I really like that. So if we go back around, and you can get to this market from resident services. You can't walk through the wheat fields and directly over because there's a fence here, and I used to get stuck on that all the time. But if we continue this way and head down, there's a cute little picnic and fall area. I really enjoyed this. My main idea was I wanted like gyroids in the photos. So that's what we have, is there's lots of gyroids up there. And you can actually come down onto this little mushroom beach, and this connects back to the little seating area next to the entrance. And if you head up this way past Daisy, you will enter the shop area. I put the little fortune cookie cart off to the side because I thought it was cute. and sort of matched the theme. We've got an ABD back here for all of your shopping needs, and a cute little grandfather clock. And then there's this big wheat area in between the Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters, and they have a little sewing area and some clothes for sale and a little loom and stuff showing off some of the patterns. And if you come down this way, you're greeted with a little pond, but if you go up, you are at Maple's Honey Farm. Now I did remake a few of the villagers' exteriors, but I did not do any of their interiors. So if you haven't seen any of the villagers' interiors, you can explore their homes, but there's nothing new to see there. I just did the outsides. And if you continue down from here, through this Party Lights art, you get to Daisy and Goldie's house. Now this is Daisy's house. She's got a globe and my prized golden turtle. And she also has a view of the other side of this, like, gyroid waterfall area. And she's got some cookies. And if you go over to Goldie's house, she's got a little dragonfly and a little hay bed. She's got a cute little blanket under her doorstep. I did not decorate... Oh, I'm down here. I did not decorate this stretch of beach. But let's go ahead and talk to myself. Come to see the show. So there is like a special show happening inside my house, which I will take you to go see. But I did not decorate this stretch of beach except for the area directly by Marlowe's house. So we will see that when we get there. So let's backtrack a little bit. I would go across that bridge and show you the area over there, but I think that area is best viewed from above, and I did not show it when I was up here. So let's go back. We can come through here and see the ruined temple build that I made. It's like a floating ruins, and I honestly think this is one of my favorite things I've ever made in this game. I think it's really beautiful. I absolutely love the way it turned out, and it is traversable if you go through it. So if you go through this gate, you can hop between the islands and you can come and see the gyroid who is being worshipped, and you can hop on over these spots again and you will end up at the museum. And this museum is just tucked behind resident services. So from here, you can go over into the little farmer's market. This is kind of separate from the other market area, though I think, you know, all of the shopping happens in this sort of general area, so it kind of ties together. There's just a big mixed-matched crop farm here, and up behind it, we have an extra little sneaky pathway to sit and eat some cookies. And up this path, we have the Cliffside Bistro area that is right next to my entrance. So that's what this area is. And if we follow the stone pathway to the side and we head down, this is Shino's yard. She has a little area where you can come and eat some sushi and drink some tea. This beach down here is decorated. So it's got the mushroom overgrown sort of feel, but I think I end the decorating at some point up the beach. I'm not sure where it stops, but this beach is decorated, but very minimally, so it's not like there's anything special to see there. And if you come up this way, this is where Bo's house is, and he has his little picnic and a little spot where he can eat his sandwich and watch his cartoons. And if you go behind his house, you can see Pearl's very red themed yard. I used lots of red items over here. I thought this looked really pretty. Sort of the like monocolor theming of it. And if you go up behind it, you can get a nice viewing area of the Rivermouth waterfalls. And you can get to the hop spots to go behind the Rivermouth. And this is the blue and red beach. And over to the side is my rainbow flower rock garden. It's just kind of a tranquil little spot, and I quite enjoy it. You can just come here and see the fish, and there are not too many decorations on this back cliff. It was just to sort of put a background to this build. But there is, I think, one of every fruit tree in this area. No, I missed an orange tree and a peach tree. Okay, so there's not one of every fruit in that area, but there are actually pear trees over there, which I don't have in many places on the island. And then if you go back around to the front of Pearl's yard, you can sneak between the trees, get back to the museum, and then you can get to Olivia's house, which is also kind of color themed like Pearl's is, but it's purple and white instead of red. And if you go in this arch, there's just a little waterway right here, and if you go up the stairs, you're at the campsite, which is a mining sort of site. I imagine that there are miners here that are excavating these ores, and this is where they sort of stay while the mining isn't active. If you go to the side up here, you can get to my stargazing area, which has these cute little pillows that came with the 2.0 update that I absolutely love. And you can get a pretty good view up here if there were shooting stars to actually wish on them. And it's also a kind of a viewing point for the rock garden. So if you continue and go this direction instead, you're led up this staircase to this creepy dark forest. And in the forest, hidden behind all of the vegetation, there is this dark, spooky house. And inside the dark, spooky house is a magic show. So we've got the lights and some seating. The extra rooms are blocked off because I only decorated the ground floor, the upstairs, and the downstairs. So let's go upstairs. Upstairs is where the magicians sleep. It's got a wall of villager photos. These are all photos from my favorite villagers that I have been collecting over my time of playing this game. And it's got a cooking area, a sleeping area, a spot where you can change up your look and your clothes, a little crafting spot. It's got all the stuff, and of course, the giant teddy bear. And you can also sew outfits for the magic show. We have a little gyroid doing a spell, and he is what is being hidden in these creepy forests. No one is supposed to know of his magic. Outside of the house, you can go this way and reach a ladder, but I think that area is best viewed from the other side, so we are going to backtrack to Nook's Cranny again. Though it isn't quite so difficult to get there, since we can hop through this little area. And I know this isn't like the fastest way to get in between two areas, but you can hop through here. And now you're back at Nook's. And if we go up this staircase behind Abel's, we arrive at Raymond's boutique. He is trying to undercut Abel's sisters. He thinks that he has the more trendy clothes, and he's got sort of an edgier vibe than they do, and he is more into like the men's fashion. So he is up here running his own fashion business, trying to take business away from them. And Marshall over here runs a bistro up the cliff, but we are going to go down and see Marlowe's house first. Now, you're gonna notice there's a lot of dig spots over here, and Marlowe, he's kind of in the crime scene. He's the resident crime boss, and I think it is the loss of someone close to him that drove him to such a life. Whoever this may be, we don't know. But he's certainly been a busy little hamster. And if we go up this way, we reach Marshall's little bistro cafe area. And if you go all the way back, you can get a nice view of the ocean. And there's a telephone booth. And if you go down this way, there's a little river with some sugarcane growing. And back behind here is an old abandoned farm that sort of fell into disrepair after a while. Marlowe's been moving all across the island. Oh, and so have I. Hello. If we go down this way, we can reach the secret beach area, which is just a little foresty walkway, and there's a treasure map and a globe and a nice little ocarina. And I think that is the whole island. So yeah, that has been the island. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will be posting videos of my new island Foxglove very soon. I just wanted to get this final tour of Cape Oak completed before I uploaded any Foxglove videos to avoid any confusion. The reason I did it this way is I actually lost a lot of the footage of Cape Oak, and after a certain point I had already restarted, so I just decided to, you know, do this final tour and then come back with some Foxglove videos. So I will see you all on my new island with some sort of springcore, fairycore type of builds, and I hope that you will enjoy them, and I will see you all later. Goodbye!